You're listening to the Canadian Women of the Outdoors podcast, the first podcast by Canadian women for Canadian women about Canadian women. Brought to you by Revolution Armory. Join the revolution. And True North Baits, superiority quality fishing tackle. See what the fuss is about. For 10% off all plastics, use code CWO10. Enjoy the episode.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Canadian Women of the Outdoors podcast. We are on episode 22, big 2-2. Getting there, getting close to 30 now, I guess, ish. I mean, we just hit 20. I mean, numbers are hard. It's been a long day. It's Friday. Numbers are hard. Chrissy, stop laughing over there. Tonight, I am joined by my lovely semi-permanent co-host and sister wife, Miss Christina Graham. Or I guess Mrs. I always say Miss,
Mrs.
but I'm like, she's married, so...
Yes, Mrs.
It's Mrs. Christina Graham. Before we get into the episode, big shout out to our sponsors, Revolution Armory. Can't wait. I'm already counting down till waterfowl. I was talking to Andrew today and I'm like, what's the scoop? And we talked a bit and I'm like, oh, waterfowl, yay. And then we have some other things in the works, which we're not going to talk about with them, but I'm pretty excited for that. And then of course, True North Baits, tried and true, like the OGs with bass season coming up. Use code CWO10 for 10% off all their plastics. I just stocked up. I don't know if you saw my post. I was like, Jamie, I have an idea. That's the thing I love about True North, though. I was like, Jamie, I have an idea. I smashed them on the bubblegum and the radioactive. Let's combine them.
Why not?
Did you see it? Did you see the picture?
I saw the new ones, yeah.
Aren't they? Oh, like it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
I'm on a losing streak currently, so nothing's working for me.
Well, I mean, hopefully we can get you out soon.
We'll get turned around. I'm due for a win, so.
And I mean, when you win though. Like when you guys still like when it's not like when you win, you win.
It's like, it's not a oh yay, I caught a little fish. It's like holy.
Well, so we'll get into a little bit of that, but Emily's story of what happened at Whiskey Lake.
I need to know what happened. I need the story because I was not at Whiskey Lake. I'm disappointed I couldn't come, but I need the scoop behind that because my jaw hit the floor.
Podcast.
Yeah.
The first podcast
we'll dive right
by
into
Canadian
that. So
women
the reason we didn't have an episode last week is
Canadian
because myself and Caitlin
Revolution
and a couple
Armory.
other girls from
Join the
CSS,
revolution.
Canadian Sportswomen's Society,
True North Baits,
we headed up
quality fishing tackle.
And when I say off-grid, it's we drove 6 hours.
For 10% off all plastics,
and then
use code
another hour on a logging road to get to
episode.
Oh yeah, so Caitlin came back. We took Caitlin's car and she had a wheel bearing replaced yesterday. Like,
no.
So completely fine driving up and then we're driving back and I'm like, this doesn't sound good.
No.
So yeah, very off grid. So preparing for that and then recovering from that, I was like, there's no way I'm going to have time to put in an episode. Because and we were still underprepared. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little something. The black flies, I have never, ever in my life dealt with, like I had to wear one of those like
the full mask.
Nets.
Yeah.
Yeah. The entire time. Unless I was like in the middle of the lake, I had to wear it.
I would not have done well.
Steve was calling me lumpy because for some reason they congregated all under my hat and on the sides of my face.
Any sort of like perspiration?
And I looked like unicorn, like all over my face, like Triceratops or Stegosaurus. Is that the one that has the horn? No,
Triceratops has the fan. I think.
I don't know. Where's the children? Let's talk.
I know. Where's my kids' books right now?
Dinosaurs. They know. Anyway, so the black flies, like 0 to 10 recommend, like that. And I mean, like we did it. We got through it. Like, but even like, and I've never like had so much chemicals on my body because I'm literally like bathing.
Oh my God.
In deep woods off, and I'm like, Caitlin, hit me with your oils. I'm like, just give me everything. Like They loved me. I don't know why. It's not like I'm sweet or anything like that. Here I am drinking. I'm like, yeah, the beer, it'll make them go away. Nope. Nope.
No.
It was, so that was like, we get out of the vehicle and yay, we're all excited to see each other. And they're like, black flies. I'm like, oh my God. So that was a little bit interesting.
Yeah, no thanks. I would not have done well.
I like once I put on the net, that was fine. Like,
see, I've mind you, I haven't been in that buggy of a situation, but I've done the net for other situations, and it does nothing for me. They always find a way in somehow. So, or they just like go like if it's a mosquito, they'll eat right through the net. So it doesn't work for me.
Caitlin had them go down her shirt at some point. Like I was like, oh my God. Like I was like, oh, you're oh, that's not good. Like
no, thank you.
They were something else. Like I've never dealt with, and I've been in the deep woods like during turkey season and stuff like that, and still like they just weren't as bad. And the lady up there was telling us that like a couple weeks ago, like you couldn't leave like the house without like having to wear the net because you couldn't breathe. They were so bad.
Ew.
And I'm like, oh my God. And I thought this was bad.
It'd be an experience, but no, thank you.
I mean, the whole trip was absolutely an experience. Like it was Caitlin saw her first bear.
That's amazing.
On this logging road. So on the logging road, again, an hour out of Massey, Ontario, which is like a one stoplight town. Then you have to drive like another hour through this logging road to get to the lodge. We saved a turtle. Stopped for a turtle.
You did your good deed.
Yeah, saw a bear. The bridges were like kind of sketchy because they were like non-permanent bridges. Drive carefully. I'm like, what do you mean non-permanent? Like, how is it non-permanent? Like, is it going to go? Like,
we'd probably have to ask somebody that lives up there. But my best guess is like in wintertime, if like it's over a faster flowing river, the ice flows would come down and
maybe. But yeah, it was
that would be my guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But yeah, but the views though, oh my God, when you were like hitting the water, like seeing the water and glass.
The pictures you guys were sending and like that I got to see were pretty incredible, but I'm just like, oh, I wish I could have gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they're doing it again next year, so
I'm hoping to be able to go next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, but yeah.
Well, kids, you got kids and twins. You have twins.
Yeah, no.
Twins, Basil. Twins.
I mean, I'm not upset. I got lots accomplished here, but I would have loved to have gone because what the pictures of what you guys were like catching, I'm like, that would have been my win. I was due for like a big honking.
Well, I caught the first fish as per usual.
Typical.
First cast with a T&B smoke break, that one that looks like a cigarette.
Yeah.
I tossed it out and boom, bass. And I was like, and then of course Caitlin had her little, are you fucking serious? Like, but like, and that was a Thursday night. And then we went fishing some more when we were going around. And then she caught like a 3.5 pound bass. So
nice.
So I'm like, are you good now? Like, you caught your bass for the night. You're good. Yeah. Like she had a really good weekend. Like she
looked like she was just absolutely smashing them. It looked incredible.
She had a really good weekend. I caught a lot of little ones. I caught a couple big ones, but I was kind of like working the motor a lot because they had the boats and I brought my trolling motor up because it was easier like when we were doing like the inlets and stuff like that, just to use the trolling motor. And we ended up finding a honey hole, and this is where Em caught her pike, which we'll get into. This poor girl didn't catch, so she was there Thursday and she had to leave Saturday morning for a celebration of life. So she was only there like Thursday afternoon. We all got there around 3 on Thursday. So she had from Thursday at like 3 to like 9 a.m. Saturday. This poor girl has caught nothing by like Friday afternoon.
Oh no.
So we all go out Thursday. She doesn't catch anything. Me and Caitlin had our night. Next morning we get up at like 4:30 because we're going after trout in the morning. Because this lake has trout too. So we get up, we're trolling for trout, catch nothing. We're like, whatever. And then we kind of just go back into the inlets. where we know there's going to be bass and stuff like that. And we kind of just stumble upon this honey hole, and like we're trolling fishing. I cast out and I'm reeling back in, and all of a sudden my line just like snaps. Like I lose my hook, my stick, like everything.
Oh no.
And I'm like, okay, so okay. And then Emily like just looks down and she's like, holy fuck, guys, there's pike. And sure as shit, there's 3 pike like right chilling around the boat. And we're like, oh shit. So we try it. We kind of like just keep on keeping on. And around that time, it's like, okay, well, it's almost breakfast, which, side note, Steve cooking the entire weekend.
Is it
The fact that we did not have to worry about cooking, we could just go out fish, and he's like, okay, ladies, breakfast is at 9, go back for breakfast at 9, eat, shower, shit, whatever, go back out. Like the fact that we didn't have to worry about anything, I've never put so much fishing hours in my entire life. So we go in for breakfast, and then we go back out. We hit a different spot of the lake. Again, Emily's catching nothing. And Caitlin's like, you know what, Emily? You're not going to catch a goddamn thing, but we're going to go after that pike, and that's going to be the only thing you're going to catch this weekend. Whatever. So we keep on keeping on. Again, she's not catching anything. Me and Caitlin are catching. We go back for lunch. And then we go back to this honey hole. And sure as shit, her first fucking cast. Zing! Gone. And we're like, oh shit. Game on. Like, let's go. So she's reeling. And then all of a sudden, it decides, the stupid friggin' fish wraps itself around a tree trunk that's in the water. So it's taken and gone around. So I'm working the trolling motor.
I'd be so mad.
Just wait. Caitlin had the net ready. Em's like got this thing on, and we are trying. And then LA, Candace, and Jamie are in a boat in like, because they came with us because we were showing them the honey hole. And so they come over kind of like what's our plan here?
Yeah.
Emily's taking clothes off. She's got her bathing suit on. She's ready to dive in. Because like she's like, I'm not. I wish I had my GoPro. I didn't even think to have my GoPro.
I wondered why in all of the pictures everybody is dressed like head to toe in worm gear and bug nuts, and then there's Emily with this fucking dinosaur of a fish in her bathing suit. I'm like, what's the story?
So and then like I'm just kind of trying to slowly troll, like kind of. I don't want to take it too far out because I don't want her to snap her line, but I'm like. We're trying to figure out what the plan is here. And then I'm trying to explain to Caitlin, I'm like, okay, Caitlin, this is what you need to do with the trolling motor, because Emily's about to dive in, but she wants me to hold the rod.
Oh my God.
And like, we've got the other boat kind of circling too, like with a net, just in case, but this thing has wrapped itself around a stupid tree trunk or a stump or whatever. And we're just like, shit. Like, and you know, Emily, she's like, I can't just leave the fish stuff like that.
No.
Like so she takes off all her stuff. She hands me the rod, and then all of a sudden it's like, hang on, Em, like, you know when it gets tired of fighting and they just surface?
Yep.
So it's kind of I've got the rod. I'm like, she's getting naked, about to jump in, and then it starts to surface. And then I'm like, okay, Em, like, take the rod back. I'm gonna net it. And this entire time I'm screaming directions at Caitlin, who's never worked this trolling motor. Like, you want to talk about chaos?
Like, I can imagine, because like, yeah, any event we're together or like our groups together, people, it's generally chaos. So I can just imagine the chaos.
It's utter chaos. Anyway, she landed it.
Beautiful.
We got the fish, and this, like, it was a quick retelling, but we were probably at this for a good 20-30 minutes. Like,
I would have been losing my marbles.
Emily was, I was, Caitlin was, and then LA's like, okay, so we're gonna do this safely, right? Like, cause like I said, Emily is literally about to jump in with a knife and like try and like hook, like grab the fish.
Oh my God.
Like, she was ready to go, like, honest to God. And then LA is just like, we're gonna be safe and yay, and like
There's no safety in anything we do.
But did you die?
But did you die? You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I mean,
oh my
least down to
God.
the car on the way home. We almost did, but hey.
I mean, I don't blame her. I probably would have done the same thing and been like, I'm going in after that thing. Come hell or high water.
Well, and I mean, here's the thing too. Like you don't want, it's unethical to just leave the fish.
Yeah, I would
like
feel
that.
terrible leaving it wrapped around a stump.
It was decent. It was
huge.
It was a pretty big bike. So we were like, we figured it out. It was the only fish she caught that weekend, and she won big fish of the weekend.
But that was like the story of the weekend.
That was the story of the weekend. That took 6 girls, 2 boats, like trying to figure out how to get this fish. Like, and thank God her like line didn't snap.
You girls need to make up T-shirts now called Six Girls, 2 Boats.
Oh my God.
Then everybody will be like, what's the story?
Or 6 girls, 1 fish. Because really, that's what it came down to, is 6 girls, 1 fish.
God, no.
Oh God. 6 girls, 1 fish. Yeah. It was, honestly, it was chaos. It was the most chaotic. The most chaos I've had in a long time.
That's just like, amazing.
And I was like, I don't even know. I'm like, like, I'm manning the boat. Yeah, I'm like the captain on this, like this, but this is your fish. So like, you tell me what you want me to do. Like, you want to land this thing? Like, I'm just, I don't know what you want. Like, I didn't even know what to do. I'm like, this thing is wrapped around. How the fuck are we going to get out of this situation? Mm-hmm. Like, how are we going to get out of this situation? So, and we ended up, when we got the fish in the boat, we ended up having to cut the line, obviously. Yeah. So we cut the line, but she got her lure back and everything like that. But like,
that's crazy.
But oh my God, absolute murder chaos. Like, but she got the biggest fish of the weekend.
That's amazing.
Yep. And those custom the custom cranks that Ellie made, her lake trout, she caught on her custom made.
Amazing.
Yeah, when we were trolling the next morning. Yep, that was
a decent fish too.
She almost lost her rod. That was funny. Like, she was law of distraction, right? She wasn't paying attention, and all of a sudden it went bloop bloop bloop. Like,
this seems to be a recurring theme when any of us go anywhere, but it's usually it's I have lost a rod or two, but yeah. Not shocked by that.
She didn't lose it. She got it in time.
But she got it. That's pretty good then.
She got it in time, yeah. And then me and Caitlin ended up me and Caitlin took Steve out fishing for a bit. We're like, you're coming with us. Like, we want to get you out. So that was, you can imagine Steve with the 2 of us. Just the jokes were flying. Yep. So
I'm glad Steve got out to do some fishing. So
yeah, he got some fish.
When he's cooking up a storm inside for everybody, it's like
he was like, I don't really care about the fish, I just want to see like the lake. And so we took him. There was some pretty waterfalls there, so we took him down there. And
nice.
Yeah, it was
honestly there's a few events that I've been to that I only go because Steve's cooking, so I'm like Lorianne will be like, oh yeah, we're doing this event, Steve's coming with us to cook. I'm like, sign me up, let's go.
Well, it's like when we do the kayak fishing in July there, like at the campsite, he's cooking for it. And I'm like, you can have access to all my smokers, whatever, like everything.
Anything you need, Steve.
Any smoker or grill you need at the campsite is there. Go ahead, take it.
I'm excited.
So coming up, moving into that's the next thing we're doing. How many girls are coming, did they say?
Is there 11, including us?
I think so. I could be wrong, though. Numbers are hard.
I think it's 11, including us.
Yeah, but that'll be fun. That's Canadian Sportsman Society is running like a... Oh, hi, Smurf.
That's Smurfadurfs. Smurfy's coming to visit.
LA is running the a kayak ladies fishing event up in our area because we have the mighty Saugeen.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Many a lure have been lost on the mighty Saugeen.
Many of everything. Like, did you hear about those people that went into the river like mid-April? They were like going on a portage trip.
The donkeys weren't really prepared.
No, they
And I
all
mean, like, I
survived.
get
They all survived.
they did get out, but it was like it's mid-April.
And the
Did you
soggy
not
is
like think to look ahead? Because even like our conservation area around here has a webpage, and they often put out alerts saying, "Don't be on the river," because it like once the thaw happens here, the amount of trees and debris
oh
that
yeah.
have to work its way down is
Not to
insane. And
mention, like with the rain we had,
the
the
rain we
water
had,
level.
it was insane.
Yeah.
And then yes, these ill-prepared donkeys
Like
went
you
down.
have
There
to
was a search and rescue involved, but yes, mercifully, thank goodness everyone did
Mhm.
walk away from that situation. But
It's
um,
actually really sad though how many people end up having to call for a rescue on the Saugeen because
yes,
and I mean I'm a transplant. I've only been here for over a year now, but even I know like don't fuck with that water unless
you
you
don't. Like
like
even during rainstorms and stuff like that, like the amount of the water level can change
Mhm.
if we have a
And it's
rainstorm further
fast.
upstream. It changes so fast.
Yep.
So fast.
Yep.
Like
Like even like on a bluebird day when
yeah,
we're floating down the river, it's still pretty quick.
it can be
Like
in
there's
sections, yes.
like so yeah, like that's what I mean. We'll have like the nice like calm section and all of a sudden I'll just like go and we're like holding onto
Yep.
our tubes for dear life, but it's still bluebird, 35 degrees out, but it's like phew, and it's
But
like okay,
you're being, shot through the rapids like a slingshot, and you're like, "Holy
yeah.
God."
Yeah. Like
Yeah, it's a pretty neat and unique river that we have here. So I am excited to get these ladies out onto it.
yes.
Um, I'm no professional when it comes to the Saugeen by any stretch of the imagination, but I have lost my fair share of lures and a rod or two.
I mean, Caitlin broke her rod on the Saugeen. Like, I
I
wasn't even
mean,
there for that one. I'm kind of glad I wasn't. I'm sure there was a bunch of swear words involved in that.
there was just a F-bomb, a snapping of the carbon fiber at the end. She hucks it and keeps fishing. I was like, all
Sounds
right.
like
I mean,
sounds like Caitlin. I
it
mean,
it worked.
she would get caught. Like, she finds all the trees.
I
All the
got caught in the trees a lot actually that day too. I was just,
That's unusual for you.
I know, it was weird. I was like, what is happening right now?
That's unusual.
But I did
She
get,
didn't.
and I think I lost my good T&B. Oh God, which one was it? It was, I'd have to look in my tackle box to see what I have left. I did lose one of them, and I was very upset about that one. I was like, never mind the rest of the junk. That I was upset about, that I had lost that one in the
Oh yeah.
Saugeen.
I had to restock. So Caitlin kept stealing my bubblegum sticks over the weekend. So I messaged Jamie when I ordered the watermelon ones. I was like, yeah, can you send me some bubblegums too? Because like I need a whole restock before Bass. Because like but I mean like we were catching so much. And I mean the only thing about plastics is like you can only like after like you catch a few fish, they kind
Yeah.
of like but side note, the great thing about T&B is if you keep all those plastics and send them back to Jamie, he'll melt them down and make you more.
Yes, I've got a few that the next
It's
round you send
recycling.
back, I will send them with you.
Oh fuck, I have so many. I have so many ready to go back, but I'm just probably gonna wait till after that kayak fishing weekend because I've
Hmm.
got bass opener and stuff like that. So I'll wait and do a big send back for him.
Yep.
But yeah, like so True North Baits has this awesome recycling program. Just another reason why I love them. Just keep on keeping on how much I love them. Is again, if you keep all the plastics that have like broke or the fish have like eaten it, torn it, whatever, if you send them back to True North Baits, Jamie will melt them down and create you more stuff. Like for free, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure you just have to pay. Jamie, I'm sorry for listening to this and I'm totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure you would just have to pay for shipping. Pretty sure. But again, like depending on how much you have, if you get a bunch free plastics back, like
Yeah,
that's
it's worth it.
pretty, yeah, right?
I mean, it's neat. It's great to recycle instead of like stuff just
tossing it.
right? Tossing it. So
that's the thing. Like if you can, because again, I go through. I don't know why I have this big ass tackle box and all I use is sticks. Like
I need to clear mine out. Actually, I should go through. But the kids were stealing a bit of my stuff because I finally cleared out one of my old tackle boxes, gave it to Easton. And then the girls got new fishing rods that came with like the little
Ooh.
itty bitty tackle box with it for their
Aw.
birthdays. So they were really excited about it. And when we
So are
had
they
gone to the
coming
sports,
to the thingy thing?
I don't know what we're doing yet.
Okay.
I don't know because I'm helping you. I don't know if Ty's bringing the children or not. I'm hoping. I believe my neighbor has signed up his kids. There's somebody else I was talking to that had asked me about it, and I was like, "Yeah, sign the kids up. Come hang out with us. It'll be great." Um, but yeah, like the kids had raided my tackle box then when I was like sorting some stuff out, and I went the day I went with Lorianne and Caitlin to see if we could get some trout. I'm looking for this one specific lure and I couldn't find it, and I was like, "What the heck?" Like I know I had put it in there. I know I put it on that tray, but it wasn't there. So I was like, "Okay, whatever." Next time I take the kids out, Easton flips open his tackle box and he's like, there it is, sitting right on top. I'm like, "Excuse you, sir." He's like, "What, Mom?" I'm like, "Oh my
Oh,
God,
that
child."
attitude. Like what?
I was like, "That's mine." He goes,
Yeah.
"It's in my tackle box. It's mine." I'm like, oh, child.
Backhand right there.
I was like, "There's one thing
Somebody's gonna
you
get
never
hurt.
mess with that is your mother's, and it is her tackle box."
Right? Like, don't touch. Don't look, don't touch. Although, when Mia took the time out to organize all my tackle box, I wasn't mad at that. She was just, we were dealing with freaking lice. Ugh.
Yeah.
So she was sitting with a treatment in her hair, and I was just kind of adding stuff to my tackle box. She's just like, "Nicole, can I organize it and put like everything with everything?" I was like, "Go ahead."
She's her mother's daughter. That is such
Go
a
ahead.
Caitlin thing to do.
Go ahead. I mean, it probably won't last long, but sure, if it keeps you occupied while you're dealing with this crappy situation, go ahead. And then, so the thing that gets me is they both are like this. So, you know, with plastics, they have like True North Bates uses that garlicky, nasty, stinky, disgusting shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's sitting there like huffing the bags of plastic. And I'm like, "Mia, what are you doing?" She said, "It smells so good." And I'm like almost gagging. And I'm like, "Ew." And Caitlin's like, "What? They do smell good." I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you two?" Like,
it's garlicky. Garlic's like in any form.
But it's like garlic with like melted like it's like that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to like rehook and not gag. Because it's such a strong, I mean, obviously the fish like it, but at the same time, I'm just like, like it's just like, oh God. And she's literally sitting there huffing it. And I'm
She's
like,
a true
"Yeah."
fisherwoman.
I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Your tackle box smells so good." I'm like, "Ew, no, it doesn't." Like,
It does
there's
smell
like
good. Don't argue
like
with us.
blood and fish guts and garlic. Like, it's
I found a dehydrated minnow in mine the other day when I was cleaning it out too, and I haven't used
from ice
minnows in
fishing?
forever.
Is that
It's
from
probably
ice
from
fishing?
ice fishing. I was like,
Ew.
"Oh, where'd you come from?"
I mean, you probably could have used it for Nip when we go to Nip.
You know, I
You are
remember
going to Nip, right?
yes.
Oh, thank
So
God.
one of the first trips that I had taken ice fishing, I had when we went, I think we were at Tim Hale's huts, and we were packing up to leave, and I had taken the minnow off of my hook then to like put everything away.
I think I remember this.
And it slipped out of my hand, and I didn't really pay attention to where it went. I was like, "Oh, it's probably down in the hole. It was dead anyway. Okay, cool, whatever." We pack everything up. We get in the car. We drive all the way home to Caitlin's place. And I go to get my backpack out of the back, and there on top of my coffee cup is this freaking minnow
I think I
hanging
remember you
out.
messaging.
We named him Frank. He hung out my tackle box for I don't know how long until he was pretty dry.
Ugh.
And then I finally was like, "Okay, you should probably go to the garbage." Like, but he lasted well into, I think it was almost the next fall when I finally threw him out of my tackle box. But then this other minnow, I don't even know where it came from because I haven't used minnows in a long time.
We use them ice fishing. That's the only thing I can think of.
Right? I'm like, I don't know where.
But I mean, ice fishing wasn't that long ago. Like, I'm trying to make it sound okay here. We went in what, January, February?
Early February, I want to say.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. It was a weird year because we didn't. here we didn't have hard water. We had to go way up
No,
north
it's
again.
terrible. Yeah,
It was terrible.
Well, me and Caitlin went up to Kirkland Lake, for fuck's sakes.
Yep.
We drove 7 hours to find decent ice.
Just for some ice.
Right? So hopefully Nip is better next year. No, it's actually kind of talking about the ice fishing. I kind of got really excited because for those that don't know or haven't seen on social media, Canadian Women of the Outdoors is hosting the Elmwood Homecoming Kids Fishing Derby. And part of that is we're having a raffle table. So the kids can participate in a raffle and stuff like that. And Hotbox Huts donated a fish hut for the day.
Nice.
Like they donated like a day on the ice in their huts. So I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. Like Donnie and Ashley are awesome. Like
that's awesome.
So that'll be really nice for one of the kids and their parents. They can go out, hopefully get into some ice fishing, those raffles. Like we've got some good raffle prizes coming in. There's a muskie charter that got donated. Like,
wow.
Like it's pretty mint. And I'm
excited.
I've priced it out. So each kid is going to get a little gift bag at the start, which again, big ups to True North Baits and my work, Leslie Motors. They are the title sponsors of the event. So each kid is going to get a little gift bag when they register that'll have like some candy, some goodies supplied by Leslie Motors. Like they are supplying with the gift bags and everything like that. And then True North Baits is going to put a little pack for each of the kids in there as well, like of their little plastics that they have. And then they're going to get a couple raffle tickets for the raffle tables, and then they can buy more. So like if they want to buy one, it's $2. If they want to buy 3, it's $5. If they want to buy an arm's length, it's $10. So like save their allowance money or whatever, and they can put it into the raffles. I've got a kid's jersey that somebody donated, like a fishing jersey. Uh-oh, did I lose you? Oh no, I think I lost you. Oh, are you there?
Are you back?
Yep.
Okay, I lost you for a sec. I was like, no!
Did you hear all that?
No, I got the plastics were going into the goodie bag.
Yeah, so True North Baits is donating that. And then they're also donating so we're doing 3 like big prizes, like big fish, little fish, and most fish. They're donating like a big prize for each of those, along with like I found little trophies with because it's trout, so little trophies with little trouts on them that we're going to do. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a good big event. My parents are coming up to help. They're going to sell raffle tickets. I have you guys kind of floating around taking measurements of fish and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for that. And again, like something I'd love to do, and what my plan is with the money from the proceeds from the raffle is to help either a youth or a young lady get their hunting license or hook them up with some fishing gear if they don't have it, type thing. So like that's part of the goal here, is get women and youth into the outdoors, right? And
I'm excited.
Go ahead.
I'm excited. Do you know how many spots we have left?
We're half full. So
nice.
we got about 25. So
okay,
we got about 25 left. Yeah. So and I got a lot of emails the first day it went out. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna put out another post shortly, kind of like enticing with a little bit of the raffle table and stuff like that, because you have to be registered in the fishing tournament in order to participate in the raffle, because like it's for the kids. I don't like, yes, it's Elmwood Homecoming, but I don't really want some like random Yahoo just has no kids or whatever and winning like the muskie charter or something like that.
No, this is for the kids. So
yeah, I want to make sure a kid gets on that muskie charter, a kid goes on that ice fishing trip. Like that's the whole point of it. A lady messaged me. She's sending me like for the young ladies, like some fish themed cool earrings that she like home makes and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's been pretty good. Like I've had a lot of people reach out and ask to donate or offer to donate. And so we definitely have an awesome hunting and fishing community. I'll tell you what.
We do.
Especially when it comes to the kids. Like it's like True North Baits, again, props to Jamie and Nikki. Like when I was talking to them about this, he's like, yes, done. Sign us up. We're in 100%. Like no hesitation. Like,
yeah,
absolutely. Like, And again, it's just the same goals. Like give the kids tackle boxes, no more Xboxes.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
my kid, like Easton tonight was even, can we go fishing? Can we go fishing tonight? But I'm like, oh, I didn't tonight because we were just so whooped from this week. And it's like, oh my
I
God, the running of
feel
the
that.
sports and everything. But
Oh yeah.
we've got the weekend. Like we've got stuff to do, but Ty usually goes golfing on Father's Day, so I might sneak the kids away to get a little fishing in, just us. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
Caitlin's working, so Caitlin's working, so I got the 3. I'm on kid duty, so
yeah, I'll let you know what's up because I don't know when we're getting back here, but because we have to go down to our in-laws, but
that's in Palmerston,
Palmerston,
whatever it is. I don't know.
Palmerston.
I'm trying here. I'm trying to fit in. I don't want to be a transient all my life. I want to fit in. I want to fit in. How are you now?
Well, you're getting there.
How are you now? So I find myself actually saying that, and I'm like, oh, all right, okay, and without even thinking it too. And then when people like ask that to me, like I don't even sit and register it. I just answer it like it's normal now. It's getting there, and I'm like, it's working.
Yep.
I'm becoming one with the Bruce County.
Well, I never even realized we had an accent up here until I had moved to the city for a few years, and people were like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, Bruce County, and they're like, "Oh my God."
Caitlin and Ty have a few to drink.
Ty,
I can't understand. I can barely understand Ty on a good day.
So Ty has the Palmerston accent. He has, since moving here to Bruce County, developed a hybrid mild May accent, which
mild May.
It's interesting.
He's a treat.
He's a treat. I love that man.
So do I.
He's got this odd accent, but yeah, Caitlin and I, when we get drinking, it's
I can't. It was May 2-4 when Ty was just. It's mild. It's not even
Matinee.
Yeah, like it's
matinee. So when Easton started talking, one of the first things he was like, he started to learn his words and stuff. We were sitting out back, and a tractor happened to be driving down the road over here. Tratter, Mom, look at the tratter. And I'm like, what? And he's like, the tratter. I'm like, no, we need to move. We need to move right now. He's got the accent. We need to move.
Yeah,
it's only got worse.
It's honestly, understanding Ty some days is like you have to like lean in and squint, but his mouth doesn't even move, so you can't even like read his lips.
The beard and the mustache don't help that situation either.
And then he'll look at you and then be like, what? Like
he's gonna hate this episode.
He's gonna listen to this and be like, what?
He's gonna be like, why did you make fun of me?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a message for sure. He's gonna message me and be like,
God love him, he's a good man.
Yes, sister wife right there. Like, but like you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's like, what? Like, he does the air thing too. He's like, what? Like, but it's like the weird like, oh, I can't even. He's a treat. I'm still trying to work on the intro. Like I was trying to edit it a bit tonight. That's what I was doing beforehand. It's just being a pain in the ass, and my computer's old and slow. And I'm like,
that's okay.
I want his epic voice.
Like, for our lovely listeners that my husband recorded our hopefully soon to be intro.
Working on it. It's just I'm hoping actually for this episode. So
fingers
crossed, because it's pretty epic.
I think he deserves that after the bashing he just took.
We love you, Ty. We love you. It's okay. You'll be okay. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah. We'll send you pictures of my butt tattoo later. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, so other than that, have you got any fun trips planned over? We kind of went the 60 different directions, like over the summer for fishing or anything like that.
I don't think anything planned epically.
No.
I'd like to get the Aquaholic out a bit more than I did last year. Yeah, you have to name a boat. I named my kayak, and it's named the Aquaholic.
I did not name my kayak, but
I want to get her out more. I took her out a few times last year, but definitely didn't get out as much as I would have liked to.
I want to do some more Bridge County Bruce County bridge fishing with you.
We got to do some more bridge fishing. I would really like to kayak up the Sauble, actually, the Sauble River. I want to take it up to our cottage and head up the Sauble River with it. I keep saying, I've been saying for years now, come fall, we need to get the girls together and do like up at our cottage when the salmon run happens to do some of that fishing. And I still can't make it happen. I know I keep trying to do it, but we always end up running into issues with like trying to book our cottage.
And then scheduling with like
scheduling with everybody else. And yes, I usually end up missing the run anyway.
Yeah.
But it's definitely on my list to do.
Gosh darn us for having kids and
like kids are part of the fun. I have been asked several times by my nephews to take them out while we're up at the cottage, and or just Griffin's asked me a couple times, like, Aunt Chris, can we go fishing sometime? I'm like, yes, buddy, let's go. Because the kids lost all of like 15, 20 minutes max. But they like doing it. So, and I like taking them. That it's
unless
it could
Christian.
Be every time that child somehow ends up in the water.
But he still hyper focuses, and he's
a great little fisherman when he's at it. I love watching him.
And he doesn't stop. He will sit there from dawn till dusk. Like there's Izzy who just needs a snack.
If Izzy's got her snack, she's fine.
Did you sign your kids up for the fish bingo?
Yes.
So did we. So again, for our listeners, and this is all over Canada or Ontario wide.
Ontario, I think. I don't quote me on that.
Us on this. Reach out to Lorianne from Canadian Sportswomen's Society if you have questions. But Canadian Sportswomen's Society is running this awesome event over the summer, which is Kids Fishing Bingo. It's completely remote. I think it's over a month long. You have?
I think so.
From July 1st to like mid-August, and basically you register your kids, and then they get this bingo card. And when you're outdoors fishing or whatever, where you catch a fish or whether you see a fishing sign, like you stab the bingo.
I don't know if it's stamping or crossing out or whatever it is, but you have to take pictures of the thing that you do. I don't know what she's got on the bingo card, but I'm really excited, and the kids are like super excited. And again, the twins were asking, when are we doing this, and then they want to get together with another group of their friends who are also signed up.
It's a great way to get the kids outdoors, and then do like it's kind of like a scavenger hunt, but like different. And I don't know how she's running. I think once you fill your bingo card, you get entered into a draw or something like that.
I believe so.
I think that's how she's doing it. But again, for those listeners that have kids that are interested, Canadian Sportswomen's Society, head on over there and sign up for the kids youth fishing bingo. It's going to be awesome for the kids.
It's going to be so much fun.
Oh yeah, I haven't told our kids that I've registered them yet, because then they'll just be like, "Okay, we need to go now," and I'm like, "No, it doesn't start till like."
Yeah, I made the mistake of telling the kids, and now they're just, "When does it start? When does it start? When are we going? When do we start?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
It'll be one of those things where they'll do something on the card and be like, "Oh look, you can stamp the card now."
Yeah.
Like, and guess what? Now that you're there, here we are. This is what's happening.
I know what Easton's going to do. He's going to like have it stuck on the fridge or his wall or his little thing in his room and be like, we're going to go do this one tonight, Mom. I'm like, dude, it's like 9:00. Yeah, we're going to go do this. No.
Well, it's summer, Mom. God. Like, come on.
He'll be so excited.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it's just another like
great way to get the kids involved. Great way to enjoy being outside.
Well, and that's exactly it. Like it's summer now. Like get off your screens as we sit here on our screen. But get off your screens, go outside, enjoy the outdoors. It's beautiful. I mean, except it's supposed to be like high of 35 up here next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, not ready for that.
No.
Not ready for that.
Not looking forward to that. But
not even a little bit. But
we've got swimming lessons this week yet. So
if you come home one night and find me in your pool, just don't worry about it.
As long as you are floating around on Penelope, my cow floaty, I
was gonna bring Sir Quacks a lot, but that's okay.
Well, I've got Maurice the mallard in my storage room down here. I never did blow him up this year because we have Penelope.
if you come home and find me floating, like just keep on keeping on. Don't worry about it. I stopped on my way home from work, and I'm like, it's fucking hot.
I'll be bouncing around between soccer and baseball and swimming lessons and all the other things. I'll just peek at the backyard and be like, oh, hey.
Yeah, we don't have AC in the shop, so
yeah,
it could even be just like a drive home, get naked, dunk in the pool, get dressed, leave.
And I always say that when I leave the barn too, because it's usually so stinking hot in the barns. I leave the barn and then I'm like, I'm gonna go get in the pool. Like I'm just gonna go jump in the pool. Like, and I never do. I never do.
It's oh my god, it's brutal. I was like, I think it was yesterday. Today wasn't terrible, but yesterday I was like, I went and got a slushie. I haven't had a slushie in years, and I was like, I don't even really want to drink this. I just want to take this and like dump it all over me. Like,
it was hot. It was sticky. It was gross.
It was.
But it cooled down in a hurry after the storm rolled through. So.
Yeah, that storm. I didn't even really see much of it. I was working at the bar last night, and apparently, like, there's this massive ass storm.
Yeah,
we barely got rain in Hanover. So.
Yeah, we never got anything here.
Yeah.
But we were headed to another town up this way called Tara for soccer, and as we were driving up,
drive all the way up there.
I know. That's the second time I've had to drive up there, and the second time it was canceled. Because of the rain.
Jesus.
The first game, it was just like pitch black coming in from behind us, and all the parents kind of turned around. We're like, do you think we're going to get the game over with? No, 10 minutes left in the game. It torrentially downpoured. They called it. We left. This time we were driving up. You could see like the shelf clouds approaching, and we're like, oh dear. We get there. It's torrentially downpouring. They're like, well, they're going to postpone the game for 15 minutes, see if it clears out. It had started to clear out, but because it was gaining momentum as it was moving away, we were still getting lightning and thunder. And the minor soccer association, you have to wait 30 minutes after the last rumble in order to safely play. And that would have put us at like 7:30, 7:45, I think. And we're like, we still have an hour drive home.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So they kiboshed it. It had stopped raining. The sun had come back out at this point, and we're watching like this just black, disgusting storm keep heading the opposite direction. We're like, okay, bye.
Bye.
We ended up playing just a shinny game against the local team there, and it was fine. But yeah, that's the second time now that because of this insane weather we've been having, things got canceled.
The weather up here is something else.
It can be hit or miss sometimes.
It can flip on a dime, whether it's winter or like thunderstorms. Like, I'm still learning about all these things up here. Like,
but you've got a winter under your belt, so I mean it was a reasonably mild winter we had, so it's definitely not.
I drove up here when me and Caitlin were dating and still living separately. That winter storm, Christmas,
yes, when we were stuck inside for like weeks.
What was that? 2023? I don't remember.
No, 2022. My leg was broken.
Yes, yeah, that winter storm. I drove up here from Burlington in that storm, and then we got storm stayed.
Yep.
Like if I didn't leave when I did, I probably wouldn't have made it up here for Christmas.
That was a pretty wild storm.
That was when we had to go out to the barn to do the horses, and literally, like, it was up to like our chests.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a tall girl. Like,
our summers can be pretty wicked too. Like you don't expect a tornado necessarily, but we've had them.
No,
but
I mean,
yeah,
it's something. It's crazy up here. But anyway, I think we're a bit over our hour mark, close to our hour mark.
Getting there.
God, stretching, yeah. But
I know.
Thank you guys for listening to us prattle on for an hour about random things. We will get back into guests. It's just with being off grid and recovering from being off grid and fishing more in summer and kids. We're all over the place. We do have some awesome guests lined up. I've been lining up some guests. Some bait companies coming on, some up and comers, so that'll be pretty cool. What else do I got? We're working on the derby. That's kind of really what's happening a lot right now, is getting into that derby, because
that's our focus right now.
That's taking a lot more organizing than I actually anticipated. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Oh, this is a lot.
But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing.
The kids are going to love it.
Rock it.
We're going to be exhausted because the homecoming will be at a dance the night before, and then I will be up at 6 and setting up. So, hi Smurf.
It's Smurfaders.
So, but yeah, the other things we got lined up, Revolution Armory, we're going to be shooting some guns with them this summer. We're going to be doing a big shoot with them. I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm very excited.
Try out some new guns. They'll be coming down. Actually, I think Andrew is going to be touching base with me next week to book that. So, Are we using your farm again?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'll keep you in the loop about that. Super excited about that to get ready for the fall for ducks and geese. I'm already like, I love fishing, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I want to shoot something again.
So we're gonna have to record my first time out doing ducks and geese.
Yeah.
For an episode.
You haven't.
This is gonna be.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna be obsessed.
Like, I mean, I got out a bit for turkey for the first time ever, and it was what it was. I fully went in with zero expectation of actually getting anything, and that's pretty much what happened. They would come kind of at the crest of the hill where I was hunting, but they wouldn't come play, and that kind of sucked. But whatever. I mean, I really enjoyed.
You're getting more into it, and then that's like next year you might be more. And you got
we'll see if I don't know. Like, it's Ty's jam. Like, obviously deer season's my jam. That's more his thing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, if he wants to go out, he can go out.
We are dragging you out.
I know it's rare if the two of us can go out together. So that's his thing. But I'm excited. I want to do. I'm more excited. I would like to try ducks rather than geese, but I'm game to do both. So
we were actually talking to Emily. We were talking about doing opener because she has a spot that's like an island that you can camp on.
Oh, let's do it.
Right. So I'm like, well, so I think we're going to be talking about that. So again, that's something we can talk about later on.
We need to get this girl trained up to go get our duckies.
Right? Because I can't swim, so. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 22 of Canadian Women of the Outdoors podcast. Sorry we missed you last week. We're going to get back into a rhythm again now that I'm no longer off-grid or prepping to be off-grid. There may be a couple times over the summer because of vacation, stuff like that I miss a week. I'm going to try not to. But again, family and my kids, they all come first. And if I can, and we plan on getting them outdoors. So I think that's reason enough to not release an episode, right? Right. Or maybe Chrissy will just take over for me one episode.
I think they'll forgive us for missing an episode if we're out doing the outdoor stuffies.
Right. I think so. Yeah. Again, big thanks. Go give some big love to our sponsors, Revolution Armory and True North Baits. Go give them a like and follow. Otherwise, guys, bass opener's coming. It's beautiful out. Get outside. Enjoy the outdoors. Like, it belongs to no one. So get out there. Hunt, fish, kayak, hike, whatever is your jam. Just go out and enjoy the beauty that is all our nature all around us. Enjoy it, guys. It's that time of year where everything is just absolutely beautiful, eh? I was waiting.
Do it.
Do it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Oh my God, Chris, you kill me. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.
Bye.